Okay, welcome back to East Burke High School. We apologize. That happens every now and then when you're broadcasting on the internet. Maybe one of these days there's going to be a new invention that Steve DeGree will come up with that'll be better than the internet.
Yeah, it could be. And as Steve said, he'll be rich then.
I'll be rich then, that's right.
I'll tell you what, Calvin, I want to brag on you because I didn't know for sure if you were going to try to do stats or not. So I asked the Sherman brothers, and they are the stat men for Shelby.
Great.
And they have come up with negative 21 yards.
We missed it by 2. That's pretty good, isn't
negative 21 yards for East Burke. And they have come up with a total of
I hope it's 400 and something.
Well, I've lost it. I don't think I let's see. They've come up with 300 and some yards for Shelby, but
okay.
Again, Calvin's trying to keep me out of trouble and write these numbers down at the same time. Either way, when you're talking about,
you're exactly right. I know what I did because what I did, I added the receiving yards, also added to the passing yards.
Okay.
So that's the difference. So yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
The Shermans have us down as almost 300 yards for Shelby, 292, and negative 21 for East Burke. And so that's not bad, Calvin, trying to keep up with all that, and try to keep me out of trouble at the same time.
Yeah.
A couple of things that I was mentioning, we were talking about the dominance of Shelby in the first half. So Shelby has 14 Pilgrim Insurance first downs. East Burke has 1.
Wow.
One first down, and that was back in the first quarter when Shelby jumped off sides on 3rd and 4.
That was by penalty.
And so they have 1 first down. East Burke has been guilty of 4 penalties for 20 yards. Shelby has been guilty of 10 penalties for 65 yards. And the fact that they've got the 4 penalties for 20 yards, let's mention one other thing. Probably the best pass of the night by Duckworth was that pass that he threw that was caught for about a 20-yard gain, and then there was going to be a 15-yard face mask on top of that.
Right.
But East Burke committed a penalty, a holding penalty or a chop block, I think it was, and so it was an offsetting penalty. So the yardage doesn't show up, but that's the one completion that Duckworth had in that first half. So again, it's been all Shelby. And Shelby has had the ball 7 times in the first half. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, turned it over on downs, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. And then they had a touchdown on an interception return. So it has been all Shelby thus far in the first half.
And that's what the scoreboard says as well, 42-0. And in the second half, we're going to have that continuous clock, right?
Absolutely.
To start off.
Well, my understanding, and I've had people ask me this, my understanding is that once it goes to a continuous clock, even if East Burke were to score 3 touchdowns and get back into the ball game, my understanding is the way the rule is written, the clock will continue to run. Now, I think that's why they don't run it till 42 points. I mean, when you're 40 down, it's going to be hard to get back into the ball game.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And again at halftime, it's 42-0. Shelby going to lines over East Burke.
Medical Arts Pharmacy is your locally owned independent hometown pharmacy. Unlike the big chain stores, Medical Arts Pharmacy calls you by name and treats you like family and friends, not a number. Medical Arts has more National Board certified technicians and personnel than other pharmacies to keep down your waiting time on prescriptions. Online refills at medicalartsofshelby.com. Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street near the hospital in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068.
Do you know what Putnam Distributors sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com.
Here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Oh no, it's total mayhem.
Hurry, call your good neighbor.
You can't. They're not even there.
Why, they can't even lend a good hand.
Oh.
Relax. At Pegram Insurance, we've got you covered. Pegram Insurance Agency, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln. Kick off the savings at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Check out their huge selection of late model pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. Ask about how you can buy here, pay here at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Visit the website for the complete inventory at srautosales.com. And pick up this week's What's Up Shopper and play the S&R Auto Sales Sports Trivia. You could win a free meal from the new Creekside Clock. That's S&R Auto Sales, 408 South Post Road in Shelby, the home of the satisfied customer. The easiest way home is with Homestar Financial Corporation in Shelby. Bob Webb invites you to come in and talk with one of their financial specialists about your new home, from conventional loans to FHA to VA and to USDA. And all loan programs are available to qualified buyers. Homestar Financial manages the entire mortgage process with outstanding customer service that produces a high level of customer satisfaction. Find out more today. Visit Homestar Financial Corporation, 306 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, or call 704-482-2588. Want to cut your heating and cooling cost? With a high-efficient York heating or air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% on energy costs while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Settle Heating and Air, your local York dealer, 704-481-1788, and schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency. Settle in with comfort with York and Settle Heating and Air. Online at settleinwithcomfort.com.
Okay, welcome back to East Burke High School. Calvin Hastings, Jeff Jones, and cameraman Steve Degree with about a minute or so to go before the halftime is over and get ready for the second half. Shelby leading 42-0, and Jeff, we got some scores that have come in. The Crest Chargers leading Chase 12-0. Any surprise there?
Well, it's pretty much the way that we've seen Crest's defense has just been just shut everybody down, but they've just had some real trouble scoring. And so again, 12-0. That looks like what we've seen.
Burns leading East Rutherford 10-0. How about a surprise there?
I am surprised with that because.
Not that they're winning, but
I expected Burns to be up pretty big in that.
Right, I did too.
But Burns coming off a big victory 2 weeks ago against Kings Mountain, and then they've got several injuries that they're dealing with right now, and and they're undefeated, and nobody expected them to be undefeated. And sometimes when you get to that game where everybody thinks you're going to be dominant, sometimes you just don't tend to take care of business. So it'll be interesting to find out if they've been turnovers or what's happened. But still 10-0, good solid lead at halftime.
Kings Mountain leading Drone 35-0. No surprise there.
No surprise at all.
Yep. And I tell you what, the slobber knocker tonight, as Lewis Carpenter used to say, Lincoln and East Lincoln. Lincoln 22, East Lincoln 21.
Well,
wow.
That is, I expected Lincoln to win that game, but I thought it would get to the second half before we'd find, before somebody would really kind of stretch it out. I was a little bit surprised.
That's what's going to happen, I believe.
A little bit surprised that, the times that we've heard somebody being in the league, it's been East Lincoln.
East Lincoln.
They were up 14-7 and 21-14. I think that's the first time that we've heard Lincoln being in the lead. But I expect Lincoln to win, but those rivalry games, you just never can tell.
Couple other scores: West Carlisle leading Bandy 7-0, and Maiden leading Newton Conover 7-3. So that's all the scores we have. It's a slow night score-wise here that we're getting scores in here this evening. But again, here it's all Shelby. Shelby going to lines 42 and East Burke 0. All right, we'll come back. We're going to be ready for the second half kickoff. And again, there will be a continuous clock in the second half with Golden Lions leading 42-0. It's homecoming here at East Burke High School. All right, you're listening to the Renato Automall broadcast of high school football right here on KDCBroadcasting.com.
If it's time to spruce up your home, then head to Cleveland Lumber Company in Shelby. Make your home look like new. See the new display of Larson doors, plus stair spindles by Crown Heritage. And for those patios and porch areas, Cleveland Lumber Company in Shelby has Trex flooring. Put it down and forget it. Plus all the tools you'll need if you're a do-it-yourselfer. Your home projects begin and end with a stop at Cleveland Lumber Company, 217 Airwood Street in Shelby. For ATV riders who ride red, we know what you're dreaming about. That's why we're bringing you the Honda Dream Garage Sales event. You'll find deals on just about all things Honda, so you can start filling your garage with everything you had hoped for, like the Honda 4Trax Rancher ATV. Right now, you can get as low 2.99% fixed APR financing on all 4Trax Rancher models, plus up to $500 in bonus bucks on selected models. So come on down to Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. You've got a garage to fill. It's the 92nd edition of the Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th. What goes around comes around at the Cleveland County Fair. There's plenty of free entertainment for all, including the Zervini Family Circus, Hiptimus Mike Bishop, and the Barnyard Review, plus the Demolition Derby on both Saturday nights, and the Eastern Wrestling Federation on the grandstand October 4th, 5th, and 6th. For complete information and schedules, visit clevelandcountyfair.com. September 29th through October 9th. This year saluting the Cleveland County Strawberry Growers. For over 30 years, Forest City Heating and Air has been serving Cleveland and Rutherford counties with quality-built Trane heated and air conditioning systems. Hurry in now and check out the great deals from Trane. Whether it's commercial or residential, Trane is there for you. Ask about their new Trane XL 18i today. Come into Forest City Heating and Air for all the details. Call 828-245-1379. Forest City Heating and Air. Again, call 828-245-1379. And remember, it's hard to stop a train. At Marburger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Shelby, they do the deals that the other guys just won't. They strive to do their best to keep you 100% satisfied. See the full line today, from new Chrysler 300 to a Dodge Challenger to the new Jeep Wrangler to the big Ram trucks. They've got it all. That's why people refer to them as the Marburger Powerhouse. Don't take it from us. Come see for yourself at Marburger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, or online at marburgerchryslerjeepdodgeram.com.
Okay, welcome back to East Burke High School. Jeff Jones with the play-by-play as we get ready for the second half kickoff, Jeff.
And that does conclude our Carter Chevrolet halftime show, and foul with the kickoff, and it's going to be taken at about the 24-yard line by, can't tell who that is, Calvin. That number 20,
21.
Still can't tell. 24.
24.
Okay, that's 24. That is Jock Washington, and he takes it all the way out to the 45-yard line, and so Shelby is in good position again. And we do have the running clock because the clock is still running right now, so it's going to be about 11:25 left in the third quarter before Shelby's going to be able to snap this ball. As usual, Shelby's probably going to have their starters here for this first series of the second half, and it is still Malik Surratt at quarterback. Shelby's going to start on their own 45-yard line. Surratt takes a handoff, actually fakes a handoff, throws it out in the flat to Etchison, and what a nice tackle that time by number 15, Carter Nichols. And I've called his name a couple of times for nice tackles, and that's going to be about a 4, almost a 5. We're going to give him a 5-yard gain to Etchison. Nice fake. I thought he had handed that ball off there for just a second. So that's second down and 5. Shelby quickly on the ball, snap back. He's going to hand it to Sims this time, and Sims knocked down after a gain of about 1. Sims was trying to take a hop to the right and got his ankle taken right out from underneath him, and having a hard time kind of trying to walk that off, Calvin.
Yeah, he took a little spill. They put him in the air. Sure did.
Tell you what, I'm wondering, might want to get Jock Washington back in there. It's going to be third down and 4, and blitz coming up the middle, but it was one of those times that Shelby's going to change the play now. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to bring that pressure up the middle again. Quick pass right up the middle to, I think that's number 17 again, and that's a great move out to the outside. And so, again, second time that we've called Jalen Cannon's name. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch, and even a better run. So that is another first down. That is the 15th Pegram Insurance first down for the Golden Lions tonight. Cannon on the reception, and 1st and 10 for Shelby on the 30, already down to 9:40 left in the third quarter.
That's a 19-yard completion.
That is a quick pass out to the flat to Etchison. Etchison working hard trying to get out from a tackle, but he's going to be hauled down. It's going to be a nice 7-yard gain, though, for Etchison. So that's going to be 2nd down and 3. Shelby looking pretty crisp right now.
Yes, he is.
Nice fakes. Snaps have been good. And again, got to give some props to number 60, Chase Barnes. He's been pressed into duty here, the third center Shelby's had to use this year, and had a couple of high snaps, but overall has done a nice job, Calvin.
Yes, he has. He might be up for the player of the game. If we had a sub of the game, he definitely would be.
Well, this is quickly handed off to Truck Sims. He got over that ankle issue pretty quickly, and he took it all the way down inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. It's going to be one of those deals that they're going to spot on about the 9.5-yard line. But again, another Pegram Insurance first down, the 16th of the night for Shelby.
And that's a 15-yard run for Sims.
1st and
goal.
goal.
Yeah, Truck Sims.
1st and goal from the 9. Again, Malik Surratt at quarterback. Takes the snap a little bit high, throws it out into the flat to Fuller, and Fuller makes a couple of good moves and goes forward to the 5-yard line. Calvin, that's one of the plays that you see Shelby run all the time. Get one receiver out in front and one receiver with the ball, and then make somebody miss. So it's going to be a 4-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5. All the way down to 8 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that continuous clock, it's going to go quick here, folks.
Surratt waiting, snap, hands it to Sims, and Sims up the middle, and he's going to be just to the 1-yard line. Runs hard. He's going to be short, though, so it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line.
Do want to mention, stay tuned to the Renato Automall postgame show. Dennis Davis and Andre Bush, Terry Reinhardt, and Steve Robay back at the studios.
High snap, and that's going to kind of mess up the play because the high snap messed up the timing. Sims has the handoff, but Sims has to kind of feel like number 5, Chandler Rowe, has felt, because by the time he got that ball, he had the entire East Burke defense staring in his face. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 3. Shelby's still going to go for it. We're at 7 minutes here left in the third quarter.
That's one of the few times you've seen negative yardage for the Golden Lions.
And the hard count forces a penalty. It's going to be one of those it's going to be half a distance to the goal line, so it's going to be about a 1.5-yard penalty. I'm going to make that a 2-yard penalty just for the bookkeeping. So it's going to be 4th and goal, but it's going to be probably from just inside the 2-yard line. So see what the Golden Lions are going to do. Clock all the way down to 6:30.
Wow.
Left in the third quarter.
It's amazing, isn't it? How time flies, right?
Yep. 4th and goal. Shelby looks back over to the sideline. Tried that hard count again to try to get it to the 1-yard line. Got plenty of time left on the play clock. Well, actually, they don't, and so Shelby's going to take a timeout.
All right, we'll take a break. Shelby leading 42-0, but threatening here on the Medical Arts Pharmacy score.
The American Standard Excessive Celebration Sale is underway at Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Now you can get 0% APR financing for 36 months or get up to $1,100 cash back with the purchase of selected American Standard qualifying equipment. Call Bill Shuford Heating and Air for all the details, but hurry, offer ends November 30th. Again, 0% APR financing for 36 months or $1,100 cash back with the purchase of selected American Standard qualifying equipment. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 217 Campbell Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-0025.
All right, we're back here at East Burke High School, Danny Williams Field. Shelby looks like got a good view of the ball now. That ball is just outside the 1 yard line.
Yes, it is.
And it's 4th and goal for Shelby. Shelby took the opening kickoff, but with the running clock, we're all the way down to 6 minutes and 22 seconds left. Malik Surratt got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Surratt's going to run the option, pitch it out to Sims, and Sims scores the touchdown. Nice play that time. So Sims, 1 yard touchdown run.
And the clock, we were talking during the timeout, has stopped after the touchdown. So 48-0 with the extra point attempt coming up for the Golden Lions.
So 6:16 left here in the third quarter. Shelby leading 48-0, and at this point I believe we've got another kicker in to attempt the extra point, trying to just give a couple other guys a chance to kick, and that's number 43, which is Caleb Goss. Snap is a little bit behind the holder, but Josh Smith does a good job getting it down. Goss is through the middle, and so Shelby leads 49-0. 6:16 left in the third quarter on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Why is it smarter to buy from Carter? Come visit our newly renovated facility and you'll see why. It's our huge selection, our Smarter with Carter service, our rock bottom prices, and impeccable customer satisfaction. Carter Chevrolet has been family owned and operated for over 50 years. We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow. Feel smarter when you buy from Carter. Chevy makes the truck, Carter makes the difference.
Okay, welcome back to East Burke High School. Calvin Hastings and Jeff Jones. I'm sitting in for Brent Pasco. He'll be back, next week when Shelby will be home, I believe you said, against the Cavaliers of East Rutherford.
Absolutely, and that was a Marburger Motors touchdown by Truck Sims. And Shelby leads 49-0, and we're awaiting the kickoff. And again, I think it's going to be number 87, Chase Hendricks, and this will be his 10th kickoff of the night, Calvin.
Steve DeGree, for a rookie, doing a pretty good job with the camera tonight.
Kick out to about the 16-yard line, a little bit shorter, and a good run this time, all the way out to the 34-yard line, and that is a return by number 22, Dayton Gregg. I think first time we've called his name tonight.
I believe so.
And so that's going to put East Burke in business, and they're going to actually put it all the way out to the 35-yard line. 5:45 left in the third quarter. Shelby leading 49-0, and by the time East Burke gets out of their huddle, there may be about 5 minutes left because the clock is running, as we've mentioned.
Well, maybe they need to give Dayton Gregg a little more time because that's one of the best plays we've seen all night for East Burke.
It sure is. He
took
that around the right end, did a nice job. Duckworth awaiting the snap back, and hands it to my man.
That's it. He's going
nowhere.
Oh,
my goodness.
Mr. Rowe.
Rowe thrown down, and ball is loose, but I think they're going to say it was down.
Yeah, I think so.
Bad news for Rowe is it's going to be, oh my goodness, it's going to be a loss of about
5.
Ball is fumbled, but
yeah, a little bit.
Where they
spotted. It's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line.
And that's probably pretty generous.
Yeah, and we're to the point of the game where the officials get pretty generous. Because I don't think he got back to the 35.
No, I don't think so either.
Kickoff return, but that's just the way it goes.
And I think he lost probably 3 more yards than where they marked it there.
I think so. Now, Golden Lions are starting to have a few reserves in. Generally in that first series, you like to run your defense and your offense that first series just to finish up the situation. And again, it's going to be
Rowe.
It's going to be Rowe, and he's going to lose another yard. So Rowe 2 carries for -6 now.
Tough night for Rowe.
And again, nothing wrong with what Rowe's done. There's just been nowhere to run.
It's just been the Shelby defense is just so much better than the offensive line and the offense of the East Burke Cavaliers.
I mean, they've had, I think, maybe 3 plays when they've got a little bit of a seam. I think they've had a 5-yard gain and a 6-yard gain maybe. And
it's going to be interesting if Shelby can continue. I'm sure the subs will be coming in maybe the next series.
Yeah, they will be.
Of holding East Burke to minus negative in yards from the line of scrimmage tonight.
Duckworth back to pass, and he's going to try to run, and he gets out of 2 tackles, and he's going to pick up some yardage. He's going to actually get a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Going to be up to the 37, so I think it's going to be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to be 4th down now. And it looks like they're trotting in the busiest man of the night for East Burke, number 9, Taven Knipe. And not only has he done a nice job punting tonight, Calvin, he had a great tackle on Truck Sims.
Oh, yeah.
Over on the sideline to stop a touchdown.
That was going to be a collision. You can see
it really
it coming.
was.
And he hung right in there against Truck.
Waiting for the snap back, taking his time. And again, nice high kick, and Shelby had nobody back. It's just a situation where they're just going to be happy to get the ball back. That ball's going to roll all the way down to the 23-yard line. So that's going to actually be about a 45-yard punt. And so his punting average has been really nice tonight.
He only had that one miscue that he went off the side of his foot for about an 8-yard punt.
Yeah, he had an 8-yard punt and he had a 21-yard punt, but that was a partially blocked punt.
Right.
So Shelby takes over with 2:19 left here in the third quarter. And let's see, is that number, I think that should be number 19, Shemez Poston at quarterback, and it is. He hands it off to, I imagine, Jock Washington.
It is. New sheet.
Number 24, Jock Washington, and actually no, that's 24. That is still Jock Washington.
Picked up a couple.
So 2nd down and 8. Poston, played a good bit of quarterback last week against Kings Mountain as well. Been playing a lot of defense.
Now we see it in the air.
Well, snap back and going to lose a couple of yards. Well, I tell you what, you will see some passes because when you've got the backup quarterback in, you've got several backup offensive linemen. All your receivers are backup receivers. And Shelby will still throw it some because they've got the second team in. And it's not like they're trying to run up a score, but they are trying to get these guys some time. And it will be a pass.
It will this time, that's right.
Poston back, throws it across the middle. Nice catch by number 17, and that's Cannon. And again, you may say, well, Jeff, you just said it's all the backups, but Cannon didn't come in until about midway through the second quarter. And so it's going to be 4th down now. And I tell you what, Calvin, back in the coaching day, this always kind of drove you crazy because you've got all your starters out. And it's hard to get your special teams in to run the punt. And so Shelby may actually go for it here on 4th down just because they really don't have the punt team. And actually,
4th and 4. Just about an encroachment there.
Just about encroachment. And Shelby may run this down. Let's see what happens. Oh, they get the snap, and I don't think Poston was ready for it. The pass is complete, but it's not going to be for a 1st down. And so Shelby's going to turn it over on downs.
Actually, no gain on the play, but it was complete to Cannon.
Actually, I think they might have gave him a yard or so.
Okay. Let's give him a yard. I don't like goose eggs on my score sheet.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter, Calvin.
How about that?
It goes quickly.
We played 3 quarters, 49-0 Shelby on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Turbo Blue, the best in racing gasoline, and now Energy Direct in Shelby has Turbo Blue Racing Gasoline. If you're into racing, race into Energy Direct in Shelby, and keep Energy Direct in mind for all your energy products. From home heating propane to Turbo Blue Racing Fuel, they've got it. Just call 704-482-0351. Again, 704-482-0351. Get your Turbo Blue Racing Gasoline today at Energy Direct, located at 1906 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby, right across from the Cleveland Mall.
All right, welcome back at East Burke. Calvin Hastings, Jeff Jones, Steve DeGree here on a Friday night, enjoying the Shelby Golden Lions out in front, 49-0. One more quarter of football with a continuous clock here, Jeff.
And this is the first play that East Burke has run in Shelby territory. They take her on the Shelby 32-yard line. Duckworth still in at quarterback. Snap back, and he's going to run up the middle, and he's going to have some positive yardage. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, and now massive substitutions. We'll try to get some numbers here. Shelby's numbers are hard to read, Calvin. They really look sharp, but they're hard to read,
yes,
especially from where we are. I know number 90, Trey Jolly, is in there. 33, Will Stites is in there. He's been in there a good bit tonight. Again, try to get you some numbers. But again, the biggest problem is just being able to see those numbers from this distance. But it's mostly reserves for Shelby. Snap back to Duckworth. He's going to make the pass out, and finally he's going to complete that pass to number 7, and he's going to get the first down. And so that is, or is it going to be a first? Nope, it's actually going to still be short. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. And that reception is by number 7, Aiden Lell. He's been the man that's had most targets tonight, but that's the first actual completion. So we're down to 10:49 left in the ball game. 3rd down and 2 for East Burke. And they're going to get that first down. It's going to be the second first down, and it's going to be due to a penalty again. So the hard count drew one of the Shelby defenders offsides, and so that's going to be 1st and 10 for East Burke. A couple of other people in now. Trey Darlington is in. Number 99, Isaac Green, is in. Number 28, Dorian Davis is playing. Number, I think, 41, Eric Lipscomb is playing. I think number 20, Jacavian Hopper, is in at cornerback as well. 1st and 10, snap back to Duckworth. Duckworth fakes, takes it up the middle in a draw. Actually, I don't know if that was as much of a draw or just a scramble. It's going to pick up about 2 yards. And again, you know, this Shelby unit, even though most of the starters are out now, still not any gaping holes for anybody to run through. So 2nd down and 8, down to 9:40. 9:40 left in the game. Ball's going to be spotted at the 17-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. And East Burke sure would like to get some points on the board here, Calvin.
Oh, yes. Trailing 49-0, 9:25 to go.
Duckworth takes a snap, rolls to the right, has a little bit of time, and I tell you what, Calvin, it was a good thing he didn't make a good throw on that one, because number 21, excuse me, not 21, number 20, Jacavian Hopper, he was in the hip pocket of the receiver, and if that ball had been thrown to the receiver, we might have had a touchdown for Shelby.
Going the other way.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Incomplete pass, but it does not matter. Running clock, so we're down inside of 8:50 left in the ball game. 3rd and 8. Duckworth all the way at quarterback. And once again,
another penalty.
It's like we're going to have another penalty on Shelby.
Offside Shelby.
You know, that's been the only, one of the only, the 2 spots that I've seen, you know, the kicking, the extra points, a couple of those blocked, and the offside penalties.
Yep, and so that's going to be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 8 becomes 3rd and 3. Again, 2 first downs tonight by East Burke. Both have been on 5-yard encroachment penalties.
And, of course, Shelby's had some procedure penalties as well.
That's true, and I would look for them to try to draw them off one more time here. And they tried.
Just about did.
They tried, but nobody jumped that time. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Still waiting. Snap back to Duckworth. He's going to try to throw it quickly, but instead he's going to go up the middle. He's going to have some room. In fact, he may score this time.
I think so. There you go.
And so Duckworth is going to have a 12-yard run. Joe Duckworth, 12-yard touchdown run.
You go for 2?
They've had some trouble with their kicking game, too, so they may.
All right.
They may go for 2. So 7:30 left, and as you see, the clock is still moving.
This time, the first time on a touchdown, it stopped. Now this time it's moving.
And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's the team that's behind that scored or what. But this time the clock is still moving. Number 35, Feo, is still in, and the kick is up and good.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, the clock is still running, Calvin, so I don't know what we do here.
It's 49-7. We'll take a break on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
The Roundup Store in Shelby welcomes Burl Turner to their new window and door planning center. The Roundup Store can meet your needs for replacement windows or for new construction doors and windows. They offer wood, steel, or fiberglass door units and vinyl, wood or clad windows for new construction. They offer vinyl replacement windows in any size. That's the Roundup Store, 1610 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby for all of your window and door projects. Call 704-482-7431. Again, 704-482-7431 for the Roundup Store in Shelby. Silver Point Homes in Lincoln wants you to know there's never been a better time to purchase a new home. First, interest rates are going to increase. Purchase your new home from Silver Point Homes now and save big on the life of your loan. Second, the building market is picking up quickly. Pricing and demand on building materials are still low, but won't last long as the economy improves. Visit the knowledgeable staff at Silver Point Homes in Lincoln and find out how you can become the owner of a new, beautiful home. New model homes now on display at Silver Point Homes, 2125 East Main Street in Lincoln.
Okay, we're back, and Jeff, I believe we got a turnover.
We sure do. That kickoff was handled by number 85, Jamichael Dawkins, and he took it from all the way on the right side of the numbers, took it all the way across the field, and then was hit and fumbled. And so East Burke's going to have the ball on the Shelby 27. Calvin, East Burke scored with about 7 minutes and 30 seconds left, and by the time they come back after this turnover, after the kickoff, there's going to be 5 minutes left in the game. Left. So we lost 2.5 minutes on the clock during the timeout between the touchdown and the kickoff.
Well, the only thing that's been successful is the Duckworth quarterback draw, basically.
Duckworth hands it to Rowe, and still just tough sledding for Rowe. He's going to pick up about 1.
Ball down at the 26, gain of 2.
No, let's give him 2.
Give him 2, yeah, that's right.
Have a gain of 2, and now we're down to 4:40 left in the ball game. And that's the first turnover by Shelby, and again, a special teams turnover. Again,
15 carries for Rowe for unofficially minus 7 yards.
Okay, well, still a chance that he can get that thing into positive yardage.
That's it. He's working on it.
4:20 left in the game. Duckworth with the snap, fakes it, and he's going to go across the middle.
Oh, had a man.
Just overthrown. Nice play that time, and I think that was number 8, Clayton Cook. And he was open, but just overthrown. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8. 4 minutes and still running, even after the incomplete pass. East Burke trying to make it look a lot more respectable on the scoreboard than the game actually was, but that's part of the whole deal with the running clock. We're going to be down to 3:30, I think, by the time the ball was snapped. Shelby up 49-7 here on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Snap back, fake to Rowe. Duckworth's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get maybe 1. So that's going to make it 4th down and 7. So, Calvin, how much you want to bet that there's going to be a hard count right here?
I would think so.
About any amount of money you want to put on it. I think there's going to be a hard count to try to make it 4th and 3. But 4th down and it really looks like 8. I think it's officially 7. Here comes the hard count, but Shelby didn't jump that time.
Now, I may be wrong. We got 3 minutes left in the game, the whole second half. I think Shelby offensively from the line of scrimmage has only had the ball one time, one possession.
That's true. Snap back to Duckworth. Plenty of time. Throws it over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. That's number 7 on the interception. May have a safety, Calvin.
Well, that's what I thought. Well, now, you went back into the end zone, and then you came out. Is that a penalty?
Well,
because a flag is down, or is that just a safety, a ruling for a safety?
Well, when you got a penalty in the end zone, when you got a penalty in the end zone, it could be a safety.
Well, now he caught the ball about the 6-yard line and trying to get away from a defender, did go back into the end zone and then came out.
Well, when there's a penalty in the end zone, sometimes the rule has that as a safety.
Okay, we'll see what the call is.
Penalty in the end zone is a safety.
Okay.
So we had an interception by number 7, Gillette, and then we had a penalty in the end zone, blocking the back, which is a safety. So now Shelby's going to have to kick off from the 25-yard line
and put
after the safety.
2 more points on the board for East Burke. Well, Coach Ware, I believe, is out on the field trying to get an explanation of what the call is all about.
Well, I think it's the correct call. It's a block in the back of the end zone, which is a safety.
All right, we'll take a break and be right back. It's 49-9, Shelby out in front.
Drew, this new city just makes me miss home, man.
Go get a sweet tea from McDonald's. They make it fresh, sweet, and it's icy cold, just like your mom's.
But I miss home.
Oh, so you miss your mom telling you to make sure your room's clean? Or
close the fridge, Ryan, and stop letting all the cool air out. Or turn them lights off, Ryan.
All right, got it. The sweet tea is just right. But you know I'm going to tell my mom you got jokes.
No, don't.
This is no joke. Stop by McDonald's and get a large sweet tea for just $1 all summer long. Large sweet tea, just $1. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only.
Clock's going to run out. Welcome back to Danny Williams Field at East Burke High School. The Coach Ware's trying to get an explanation, but I think that's the correct call. We had a block in the back in the end zone, which is a safety, so that's going to make it 49-9. We're down to 30 seconds and still ticking. Left in the game, and if it takes Shelby long enough to kick this off, that's going to be the ball game.
The party's going to be over.
I think they're trying to find a kicking tee. It's just it's a strange thing.
Yeah, that's going to be about it. Yeah, I think they're just going to let it run out.
Well, actually, they're now running a kickoff tee on the field, and now they've decided no, we're not going to do that. So I think that's going to be the ball game.
Yep, party over, folks. Final score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard: the Golden Lions 49, East Burke 9, and we'll come back for the post-game show, which is brought to you by Bob Webb and Homestar Agency, and also we got the Player of the Game awards coming up in the post-game show. You're listening to the Not Automall broadcast of Shelby High football right here on KDC Broadcasting.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need. Considering hardwood flooring for your home? Then head to Flooring America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow. Right now at both locations, you'll find a big selection of in-stock hardwoods on sale, priced as low as $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Interiors in Ranlow.
We all hear about how good the barbecue is in Lexington, Greensboro, and in eastern North Carolina. But here in Cleveland County, we all know that the best barbecue is here. At Alston Bridges Barbecue, Kent and Linda Bridges and their family make sure the staple of their restaurant is the best barbecue. Your choice, pork, beef, or chicken, plus delicious sides, such as slaw, beans, fries, and hush puppies. The best since Alston and Mabel opened in 1955. Alston Bridges Barbecue, 620 Grover Street, right here in Shelby.
Former club members Denzel Washington and Jennifer Lopez for the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future.
You can change a child's future. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
You can open doors for children to have great futures at the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland County. Visit us at 412 West Sumter Street or at greatfutures.org.
Hi, this is Woody Durham for Doctors Doug Stroud, Jim Wilson, and Craig Thompson at Family Dental Care in Shelby. No matter the age, kids, teenagers, and adults, Dr. Stroud, Wilson, and Thompson will take care of your dental needs. They have over 50 years' experience serving the people of Cleveland County. Call 704-482-3281 for Family Dental Care at 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. That's Doctors Doug Stroud, Jim Wilson, and Craig Thompson. Kids love them, and you will too.
S&M Sports Shop is now your dealer for Under Armour sports apparel in Cleveland County. Come by and see the selection of Under Armour shirts, shorts, shoes, socks, and sunglasses. The team at S&M, Mike, Suzanne, Luke, Shannon, Dale, Ken, Darren, Dennis, and Charlie, is now your team outfitter for all local schools and whatever sport you play. They have leather jackets for all local high schools. Plus, S&M is your headquarters for Oakley Sunglasses. For all your athletic needs, go to S&M Sports.
Oh, yeah. Okay, welcome back to East Burke High School. All Shelby tonight, 49-9. And you're welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Bob Webb and Homestar Mortgage next to Dairy Queen on South DeKalb Street in Shelby. Now, these are very official stats, so folks, hang in there. Malik Surratt, unofficially 22 out of 31, 248 yards passing tonight. Rushing on the ground, Truck Sims, I've got him for, well, let's see here, 2, 3, 4, 12 carries for 45 yards. Jock Washington had 4 carries for 14 yards on the ground. Jalen Cannon, all his yards were passing, receiving yards, right?
Right.
Yep, okay. Jalen Canning, 5 catches for 69 yards. Jaden Borders, he had, let's see, well, that's Borders stats, 5 catches for 69 yards. Cannon had 3 in the second half, 4 catches for 45 yards. Isaiah Etchison, he had 4 catches for
27 yards.
Yeah, 27 yards. Fuller had 7 catches for 96 yards, and I believe that's it as far as the receiving core for the Shelby Golden Lions. Total offense, unofficially, 345 yards. Of course, Shelby only had the ball, I believe, 1 series in the whole second half. Is that correct?
I think they ran it about 4 plays in the whole second half. Well, actually, take that back. The first team did have the ball. They went down and scored.
Right.
And after that series, I think they ran 3 plays.
3 plays.
And
do want to mention Malik Surratt did carry the ball 3 times for 37 yards tonight. East Rutherford, Cavaliers on my mind. East Burke tonight, unofficially, Duckworth 1 for 10 for 4 yards, passing, couple of interceptions tonight. He carried the ball 9 times for 23 yards, most of that little quarterback draw up the middle. And let's see, Aiden Lell carried the ball 2 times for -6 yards. Chandler Rowe, our main man for the Cavaliers, 15 carries for -7 yards. And I've got the Cavaliers, I believe, a total, after with the Duckworth rushing there, of total of 20 yards. Total from the line of scrimmage tonight.
And so that was about negative 19 in the first half and plus 40 in the second half, something like that. Again, any way you slice it, it was total dominance by the Golden Lions. And again, this will be pretty much the same thing we did a little bit earlier, but it's time for the Okies Tire and recap of the game.
Sure.
9:30 left in the first quarter. Truck Sims had an 8-yard touchdown run. Ethan Triplett's point after touchdown made it 7-0 Shelby. With 4:59 left in the first quarter, Ethan Triplett had a 30-yard field goal. Shelby led 10-0. And Calvin, Ethan is 3 for 3 on field goals this year.
Oh, okay,
and,
great.
You know, we hadn't had any difficulty with the field goals, but tonight the extra points were somewhat of an adventure. With 13 seconds left in the first quarter, 8-yard touchdown pass from Surratt to Jaden Borders. Point after touchdown was blocked. And again, just in case you're listening in, be sure you understand, I'm not saying anything about Ethan Triplett. Triplett, he's had 2 of them blocked tonight, and I don't care who you are. If the ball's blocked, I mean, it's not going to go through. But Shelby's just had a little bit of difficulty with the snap, a little bit of difficulty with the timing of the kick. But he's perfect on the year in field goals, 3 for 3. with so Shelby led at the end of the first quarter 16-0 after the blocked PAT. With 7:38 left in the first half, C.J. Ross had a 30-yard interception return. The point after was wide right. Shelby led 22-0. With 4:51 left in the first half, Jaden Borders had a 15-yard touchdown pass from Surratt. Triplets point after made it 29-0. With 3:51 left in the first half, Borders had an 11-yard touchdown pass from Surratt. Point after touchdown was blocked. Shelby led 35-0. With 40 seconds left in the first half, Borders had a 4-yard touchdown pass from Surratt. Triplets point after made it 42-0. And so the halftime score was 42-0, and then we had the running clock, and I think the whole second half took literally 30 minutes.
I think so,
of actual time.
Yeah.
6:16 left in the third quarter. Sims had a 1-yard touchdown run. Caleb Goss's point after made it 49-0. With 7 minutes left in the game, Joe Duckworth had a 12-yard touchdown run. Anthony Theo's point after made it 49-7. And then right at the end of the game, there was an interception by Shelby, but a block in the back in the end zone, which by rule is a safety. So the final was Shelby 49, East Burke 9.
Okay. All right. Next week, well, let's tell you what. We still got more to do. We got work to do. We're not ready to go yet. We've got the player awards. Got the SNR Auto Sales Player of the Game, the Good Hands Defensive Player of the Game, brought to you by McDaniel Scott Insurance Agency, and the Offensive Player of the Game, sponsored by Hendrick Appliance. All right, we'll be right back.
Sport Shop, located at 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby.
It's the end of the season tire blowout sale at Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia. Michelin Pilot Power tires start at $99.99 and Continental Motion tires start at $75. Plus get into the season deals on the remaining Yamaha watercraft. Plus great motorcycle deals like a 2015 Yamaha R3 for $49.90 and the new 2015 Yamaha FZ6R for $69.89. Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 of I-85 at